I think one of the greatest and most basic benefits that businesses get when they join Bridge the Gap and use the resources that we put together is that they come to understand both what's available in academia, but also what are the constraints. That is, business people can't determine what goes on in my classroom, nor in our laboratories. But if they can let us know what's needed out there in terms of our STEM graduates, that will help us shape, at least to some extent, what we can present in the classroom, and perhaps even more interestingly, if they can present us with questions that they have, needs that they have that can't be met without getting into the laboratory or out in the field, that might shape a very interesting question that could create a collaboration, for example, that would initiate a research project. So I think knowledge is really what Bridge the Gap is all about. It's about understanding, of having a means to understand both the offerings and the constraints on either side. So if businesses have financial resources, for example, in which they want to help bridge that gap, there are numerous ways in which they could do that. At the most basic, sort of simple level, they could offer an internship, a paid internship, which would really help our students. It's one thing for a student to volunteer in a business, but it's another thing to have a paid internship, especially for our students. If they wanted to sponsor a piece of laboratory equipment that was critical to a particular research question, that could certainly be done very easily now that the business person knows what piece of equipment is needed and the scientist knows that there might be some financial resources for that. I think there are ways in a larger sense, a longer term sense, for businesses to provide something of benefit, which is simply to inform students and faculty of the opportunities out there. Very often, faculty like me, we just have no idea what the jobs are. We have no idea what the opportunities are. So having a forum, having a seminar series that a business person could attend, we could invite them to our lab and just take a look and talk to people. Really, I think that's what Bridge the Gap is about. It's putting a personal sort of approach of one-on-one, of conversations, of discussions, of requests, and so forth. Conversations really on that bridge that will let us understand what's available and what isn't available. And to me, that's really the benefit of this, that we have a vehicle where a professor isn't out there looking at the business world saying, gosh, who do I even begin to talk to? And a business person isn't looking at the huge university and thinking, gosh, who do I even talk to? So Bridge the Gap is really, I think, the pathway that allows people to meet halfway in order to understand the fantastic resources that are available on both sides.